Yeah.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks,
Geeks,
and today we're here to talk about Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
You know, I really did like this movie. It seems like Hollywood's obsessed, or not just Hollywood, because you see TV shows like Once Upon a Time and Grimm that also are taking from fairy tales and revamping them and making them interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I really liked this because it was just so unapologetically hardcore.
It was really cool. Like, it was super cool. Like,
I mean, Gretel was just just so tough, and she just had a devil may care attitude, and I just really liked it.
And Jeremy Renner was Jeremy Renner. Like you've seen him in his other movies. It's kind of like how he's been portraying, and you knew he
but just
did a good
with
job.
a little bit of social awkwardness to him, which was
well, if you saw him in Mission Impossible, he was kind of like that too.
okay. Well,
but he's Jeremy Renner is just really good at playing that character that that he's been consistently playing, and I have no complaints for him for that. I saw him on Saturday Night Live when he was being silly, kind of threw me off for a little bit, but
he's a
the
good
movie, he's a great singer. Another surprising thing, but the movie was like action packed, throughout the entire thing. You had Miss Femke on there too, who played Jean Grey. She looked so pretty when she was like in her human form too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Dark Phoenix.
That whole movie, she didn't look that cute, but you see her everything else, and she's
Bond,
gorgeous.
What
was up with that makeup?
I don't know.
The beauty makeup in that movie, like, and even in some of the other X-Men, I don't think she was as pretty. Whatever. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But everybody, that movie was really enjoyable from beginning to end.
I didn't figure out what to do with Storm's hair until the third one.
That's a whole other videotape talking about Storm's hair. We're not gonna go there today. But anyways,
it was a good story. It was a good, solid story. Some elements to it were predictable. I guess maybe some people wouldn't thought it was predictable. I thought it was predictable.
Well,
but it wasn't like overly predictable that it was.
I just thought it was a cool approach.
Yeah.
To the Hansel and Gretel story.
It was cool.
I mean, they incorporated all the little factors in the story in there and brought it back to their heritage and everything from the time they're children to when they're older. And it was just a really good overall revamp of that story, and it's actually one of the best ones I've seen. I would say, as far as revamp, it's so cool. It was a really cool story. The only cool story I've probably heard is on Once Upon a Time with Ruby, with Red Riding Hood actually is transforms to the werewolf. Now that's a cool thing too. But Hansel and Gretel, them becoming witch hunters after they kill that first witch, that's brilliant.
It was a great concept, great revamp, and it was just bloody, and the action was great, and
from the beginning, like, some people were like, oh yeah, kind of like, oh, they did that back then, oh please, but from the beginning they kind of show you that it's to that kind of like ridiculous but still cool type thing to it, like they didn't talk like that, they didn't have.
Sometimes you just have to go into a movie and you just have to accept what it is,
Exactly.
Like if you saw Sucker Punch, you just had to accept the fantasticalness of it, which I don't see why you couldn't, because she was in a mental institution, and clearly, most of the movie was imagination.
Right. But yeah, like the weapons and everything, and the ending scenes was one of my favorite moments, and I'm talking about with Jeremy Renner it was just awesome, and it was just a good serving of entertainment, and for the beginning of the year. It wasn't a movie that you expect to do $300 million at the box office or anything. It was just that one really good movie that you can watch again and again. Like our mother would probably watch it again and again as she does her laundry. But it's just one of those movies, and it's really good. If you haven't seen it, I would just go seeing it. It's definitely a movie that you'll want to get on DVD and just have to watch on a rainy day. Well, anyways, tell us what you thought about the movie, and you can comment below. And I'm Katrina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks. And don't forget to visit our website, www.thegorgeousgeeks.com.
And Twitter, follow us at 3 gorgeous geeks on Twitter. Anyways, bye.